truth now. Yeah. I'm here to speak and make it clear. I'm sorry, y'all, for all I've done. But I'm not the only one. In a dark place, I told some lies. But I'm not the only one. We all got secrets under the sun. In the shadows, we played the game. Now I'm standing here taking the blame. A lot of y'all was at the freak off too. So don't put it all on me. That's just the truth. I've been up and down this road trying to find my peace. Confessions of a man without a release. Oh, now, hey. In the mirror, I saw the truth hiding in plain view. I'm coming clean now, this burden to undo. We were all there dancing shadows in the night, acting wrong when we knew what was right. But deep inside, there's more you must see. In this room of mirrors, it's not just me. I walk this path with heavy chains, trying to shed those sins, erase the stains. I've seen the highs and the crushing lows, fading in the spotlight. That's how it goes. Now I'm standing here, hard on my sleeve, trying to clear the air, let the demons relieve. Every wrong turn and every mistake led me to this moment, let my soul quake. Plays a part in the shadows deep, lost in the game. It's promises to keep.
All right. Hello, everyone. Thanks for tuning back in once again to the original Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur show. I'm your host, Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is your nightly vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Be sure to click that notification bell and click the word all so you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. All right. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Dr_A_Shakur, TikTok at Dr. A Shakur, and Twitter at DGoddess27. As per usual, if you don't like what the Queen is cooking, you already know what to do. Okay, and so let's get into it. Everybody hit that like button and let's talk about it. Now, before we get into it about Jay-Z and Beyonce and all the stuff they have going on, let's talk about Diddy real quick, because they said Diddy was looking a whole lot thinner today in court. Sean Diddy Combs appeared astonishingly thinner and grayer at new court hearing, according to eyewitnesses. Poor Diddy eating that terrible jailhouse food. I know he's not used to it. Okay, so let's talk about it. Okay, so Diddy has reportedly lost a lot of weight while behind bars at the Metropolitan Detention Center, according to a journalist who attended a hearing in his federal sex trafficking case on Wednesday. They say that he appeared just astonishingly thinner, which you can expect from him being inside a federal detention center for a couple of months now. Okay, this is what law and crime reporter Elizabeth Milner said after the hearing, saying that a lot different from the luxury lifestyle that he's used to living before. But he appeared very noticeably thinner, and maybe being locked up in detention is starting to wear on him. I'm sure it is. And not to mention the stress of all the things that he's got to think about and, being denied bail and all of that. And let me just remind you guys, for those of you who missed the last broadcast, I told you that the reason Diddy has just given up on his bail motion, the reason they went ahead and squashed that, is because what they're doing is they're trying to get this into an appeal. Okay, that's what they're doing. And like I told you, they can prove that the prosecution, Alice said, too bad. if they can prove that the prosecution withheld exculpatory evidence, they could likely get an appeal. And that's what they're pushing for, as far as I'm concerned. Now, that's just my opinion. Okay, so she noted that Combs's appearance was starkly different from how he looked in a video that surfaced online of him playing hacky sack in Central Park just days before he was arrested on September the 16th. Milner also noted a change in the disgraced rapper's hair color, adding that he appeared grayer, a little bit grayer than usual. Well, that's because he can't get those fancy dyes and all of that. So cameras were not allowed inside the courtroom Wednesday, so Page Six is unable to verify the accounts. Now, we also reached out to the embattled musician's lawyers for comment, but did not immediately hear back. However, a source close to Combs exclusively tells Page Six that the Bad Boy for Life rapper is fit, healthy, and fully focused on his defense, saying that he's been very active, remains in good spirits, and all of that, and says that as always, he was happy to see his children, and we're also told that he's been working out regularly. Okay, well, I don't know how he's losing weight if he's working out, but so anyway, maybe he's not bulking up. Okay, so anyway, he has been very active, and they say Combs has been in federal custody for 3 months and has been denied bail 3 times. He has been charged with trafficking and racketeering. We already know all of that. And they talk about how he was initially placed on the watch, okay, in case he would try to self-delete. They say the coming home rapper's typical meal in prison reportedly consists of cereal, fruit or pastries for breakfast, hamburgers, fish or beef tacos for lunch, and chicken fajitas, pasta, or roast beef for dinner. For Thanksgiving, we already know what he had, honey. Turkey roast, mashed potatoes, gravy, mixed vegetables, cranberry sauce, and dinner roast. Now, that was for lunch. But for dinner that day, he had PB&J. Okay, now according to TMZ, his Christmas meal will consist of a special lunch menu that includes baked Cornish hens, macaroni and cheese, cranberry sauce, dinner roast, and a holiday dessert. A former inmate at MDC in Brooklyn, New York, said in October that Combs' celebrity status won't help him to get special treatment or perks, saying that his money and wealth won't get him any benefits. That's what Timothy Smith told the Daily Mail Australia at the time, saying people think there are TVs and radios, but where he's at, there's nothing, not even a radio. You get a Bible and 1 book per week. That's it, and that's all. Now, an attorney for Edwin Cordero, an inmate who was killed at MDC due to an injury that he sustained in a fight, described the facility as overcrowded, understaffed, and a neglected federal jail that is hell on earth. I mean, they try to make it sound so nefarious, right? Milner also shared Wednesday that Combs appeared in better spirits when he saw his sons Christian Combs and Justin enter the courtroom. His other 5 kids were reportedly not present today. Now, she noted that the last night rapper smiled, beamed, and waved at his sons. Aside from his federal case, Diddy, who has pleaded not guilty and denied all wrongdoing, is also facing several civil lawsuits for sexual assault claims. Well, there you have it. Diddy spending his first Christmas in jail. Spending his first Christmas in jail. Okay, so anyway, with that all being said, now let's hold on. Hi, hello there says he went from eating fancy dinners to eating PB&J and macaroni and cheese. Damn. You all are terrible. Chronic Pain, the Inner Demon said, Faith 2025, you have any victims in your family? That was SA. Oh, I guess you're talking to one of the other subscribers. Okay. Why is somebody in here caping for Diddy? Because please don't. Okay. Please don't cape for him. You don't know these people in real life. None of us do. Miss Mississippi said he better get used to it. Well, he's going to have to. He is definitely going to have to. Okay, so now let's talk about what's going on. Let's talk about what's going on with Jay-Z and Beyonce. What are you doing today? And what are you doing today in prison with all that GD good food-ish, that special treatment already? Okay, so let's talk about it because I have the lawsuit I have this lawsuit, so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. Like stuff, everyone, please like and share. Thank you in advance. And we're going to go over this because things are just not looking like it's going so well for Jay-Z and his team. It looks like they've been caught in their own BS, like it did a boomerang effect, like somebody threw that reverse Uno card and it all backfired, sadly, for them. Okay, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It says Gerardo Garcia, that's the plaintiff, versus Marcy Croft, Rock Nation LLC, MJ Legal, PA, Jessica Santiago, Quinn Emmanuel Urquhart, and Sullivan LLP. So let's see what's going on here. Plaintiff files this original petition against defendants Marcy Croft, MJ Legal PA, investigators Jessica Santiago, Rock Nation LLC, and Quinn Emmanuel Urquhart and Sullivan LLP. Okay, seeking damages, and respectfully shows this honorable court the following. Defendants have conspired to obstruct justice by engaging shadowy operatives to illegally seek out more than 24 current and former clients of the Busby law firm to convince those clients to bring frivolous cases against the Busby law firm. Now, the defendant, Rock Nation, is financing this effort. Its attorneys, Marcy Croft and Quinn Emmanuel, are orchestrating the effort. In some cases, defendants' agents pretend to work for the state of Texas and have flashed fake badges. Soliciting clients is a crime in the state of Texas. Paying individuals to file false claims is unethical and criminal in the state of Texas. Impersonating a state official is a crime. In at least one case, defendants' agents offered as much as $10,000 to a former client of the Busby law firm. This is all nefarious. Now, down here in the footnotes, it says Exhibit 1, transcript between Jessica Santiago and Gerardo Garcia. Exactly, we have like 70 people. Now, I want you all to pay attention, honey. This is going into class action status. Said we have like 70 people that are in this class action, and there will be more. You are on the list, but we have other people too. Today, I'm visiting with you and with 3 more people who will sign up to be in the lawsuit, and it will increase daily. We have more pages with people. I don't know how many, but there are many more. And if there are more people in the class action, that is better for you because that means you will collect something. Now, Exhibit 1, transcript between Jessica Santiago and Gerardo Garcia. We are from the state. So apparently, this is a transcript from the recorded conversation. Okay, so this is a lie. This isn't a class action lawsuit. This is the lie that they were telling these people when they were trying to get them to file these frivolous lawsuits with these bogus allegations against Tony Busby. So really trying to amp it up like, oh yeah, there's 70 more people. This is a whole class action lawsuit. And we're going to get everybody paid? Really? I want you all to pay attention because they have this on record, according to Tony Busby, and that was the transcript of it. I find it all so interesting. Okay, so basically, they offered at least, in one case, they offered at least $10,000 to a former client of the Busby law firm to sue the firm. Now, unfortunately for the defendants, their agents are not very smart or careful. Now, mind you guys, I'm reading this for the first time as I'm reading it to you because I just snatched this up and hopped on here. Okay, so let's get into it. So, unfortunately for the defendants, their agents are not very smart or careful. Their agents were caught on audio tape red-handed, not knowing they were being recorded. Defendants' agents admitted that defendant Marcy Croft, a licensed Texas lawyer and member of Team Rock, was orchestrating the effort. And in another recording, those agents described the criminal conspiracy in great detail, going so far to admit that the lawsuit would be in the press and that some former clients had already accepted money to join the effort. Well, that must be the lady who said that Tony Busby jacked her up. That must be that lady, for one. Okay, remember when the lady said Tony Busby jacked her up when she saw him out in public? Rock Nation and Jay-Z are synonymous. Jay-Z is founder and chairman of Rock Nation, and at the same time, the illegal conduct described herein continues. The Busby law firm is pursuing claims on behalf of at least one client against Jay-Z and New York federal court. And as a result of that client's claims, Jay-Z sued the Busby law firm in Los Angeles State Court. Defendant QueenAShakur, who represents Jay-Z in both cases and who also frequently represents Rock Nation, denied in open court and in the press involvement in the scheme described herein. That denial was a bold-faced lie. The illegal effort described here, which Rock Nation is funding and Defendant Croft and Defendant QueenAShakur are orchestrating, is intended to interfere with the Busby law firm's ability to represent its clients and offer pertinent evidence to authorities. Now, at the bottom in the footnotes, it has Exhibit 2. Affidavit of Skylar Taylor. Exhibit 3, affidavit of Shannon Champagne. The defendants were aggressive, they say. These men offered me money to sign on as a client with them. Ooh, these people are snitching on them, honey. Please pay attention. Specifically, they offered me $10,000 in exchange for signing with them as a client. Y'all still gonna cape for Jay-Z? Jay-Z apologist. If Jay-Z was innocent, please pay attention. If Jay-Z was innocent, they wouldn't have to be running a whole con. His attorneys wouldn't have to be sitting here putting all this stuff, trying to offer these people money and trying to get them to file these frivolous lawsuits. Okay, wouldn't have to be doing any of it. And I find it all so interesting. Please pay attention. Okay, please pay attention. With that all been said, I just banned Faith because, girl, if you don't like what the queen is cooking, why the hell are you in my chats? How many times do I have to say it, fool? If you don't like the fact that I'm calling Jay-Z out on this bullshit, why are you in here listening, idiots? Okay, so that's one troll out of here, but let's continue because the queen has time today. Please pay attention. Now, as I was saying, affidavit of Shannon Champagne. Defendant scheme has been successful in 2 instances. Okay, now 2 cases have been filed to date, both utterly frivolous and patently false. Both will undoubtedly needlessly subject the former Busby law firm clients to fees and expenses and will result in bar action against the law firms who accepted referrals of the cases from defendant Marcy Croft. Croft, of course, will also be subject to bar complaints. Didn't I tell you guys you can get disbarred for this? Okay, this is absolutely unethical and illegal to boot. Her conduct is despicable and criminal, despite being mandated by her client and self-described benefactor, Rock Nation. Defendant Rock Nation routinely employs the law firm of QueenAShakur. QueenAShakur is also the law firm representing Jay-Z in the case that he filed against the Busby law firm in Los Angeles, as well as a case where Jay-Z was sued by a client of the Busby law firm in New York. Defendant Marcy Croft has a long association with QueenAShakur and Rock Nation. Honey, if I was Beyonce, I'd pack my bags and get the hell on, honey, because Jay-Z's taking the whole empire down. Do you all hear me? Defendant's scheme is summarized in the following recording transcript. Now, this is part of the recording, so listen. What we're trying to do is we're trying to put this thing together for the company that we're working for. We could get you paid. You could get money right soon, We have this kid. $1,000 to start yesterday just to get him on the right path. And at the end of the day, this is going to go through the courts. Busby is getting sued. So they thought, looks like the only one getting sued is them. I'm talking about playing the reverse Uno. Okay, please pay attention. Now, as part of their scheme, defendants attempted to use the plaintiff herein as a pawn. On behalf of defendant Marcy Croft, 2 individuals approached the plaintiff. They were pushy. They told him he had to talk to them because they were with the state. So sitting up there lying, and so they can have authority over these people or make the people feel obligated to speak with them. all ashamed and clearly nefarious. They told him that they were putting together a lawsuit on behalf of defendant Marcy Croft and the company she was working for, and that she would assign his case to someone who could get him a lot of money. Thankfully, rather than go along with their illegal efforts, the plaintiff recorded them instead. He now filed suit for barratry, both a crime and civil action in the state of Texas. Now, this is basically when you try to get someone to file frivolous claims and all of that and offer money to boot as though bribing. Now, this is just one of multiple cases to be filed by plaintiffs who have been illegally solicited by investigators working as part of a cabal headquartered in New York City. Not a cabal, please pay attention. Okay, now defendants have a long history of the type of abusive and egregious conduct described herein. Because they have gotten away with it for so long, defendants think they can come down to Texas. Oh, honey, don't try it in this town, they say. They think they can come down to Texas and do whatever they choose with impunity. Well, they were wrong. Their behavior will have consequences, both civilly and criminally. Do y'all hear this? Do y'all hear this? Now watch this. Plaintiff is a resident of Texas and Harris County. Defendant Marcy Croft is a Texas licensed attorney and a self-admitted member of Team Rock. She can be served through the Texas Secretary of State at her office at 1501 Jacksonian Plaza, 12159 Jackson, Mississippi, 39211. Marcy's connection with defendants Rock Nation and Queen Emanuel is plainly demonstrated below. Looks like they put in some screenshots. Do y'all see that? Talking about it was a privilege. Well, we're going to see how much of a privilege it is, honey, when you lose that license to practice law and may possibly end up behind bars. Talking about amazing work. We're very proud to be a small part of this great team. Thank you, hashtag Rock Nation and hashtag Team Rock, for all that you do. I find it all so interesting. The official and only law firms in Mississippi authorized by Team Rock to handle matters of Mississippi prison reform are Morin, Marvel, Bradley, Anderson, and Tardy, LLC, Quinn Emanuel Urquhart, and Sullivan, LLP, Reed Smith, LLP. Help at Mississippi Prisoners Reform Now.com. So Defendant MJ Legal PA is a business corporation and law firm performing legal services in Texas. This defendant can be served through the Texas Secretary of State at her office via personal service to March Brian Croft at 1501 Jacksonian Plaza, 12159 Jackson, Mississippi, 39211. Defendant Rock Nation LLC is a limited liability company organized in Delaware and headquartered in New York. This defendant can be served through the Texas Secretary of State via registered agent at in care of Corporate Creations Network, Inc., 600 Mamaroneck Avenue, Suite 4, Harrison, New York, 10528. Defendant Quinn Emanuel Urquhart and Sullivan LLP is a limited liability partnership which may be served at its Houston office located at 700 Louisiana Street, Suite 3900, Houston, Texas, 77002. Quinn Emanuel frequently represents Rock Nation and currently represents Jay-Z in a lawsuit against the Buzbee law firm. Defendant Jessica Santiago is a resident of Harris County, Texas, and can be served via personal service at her home, a home address in Harris County, or wherever she may be found. Not wherever she may be found. Now, venue is proper in Harris County, Texas, pursuant to Section 15.002A, one of the Texas Civil Practices and Remedies Code, because all or a substantial part of the events or omissions giving rise to the claims occurred in Harris County, Texas. The court has subject matter jurisdiction because the amount is in controversy is within the jurisdictional limits of this court. Moreover, all of the incidents in question occurred in Harris County. Plaintiff intends to conduct discovery under Level 3 of Texas Rule of Civil Procedure 190.4 and affirmatively pleads that this suit is not governed by the expedited actions process in Texas Rule of Civil Procedure 169 because plaintiff requests injunctive relief and plaintiff seeks monetary relief over $100,000. This filing is supported by the following evidence, which is attached and incorporated herein. A transcript of defendant Jessica Santiago and Gerardo Garcia. B, transcript of defendant's agent and Skylar Taylor. C, affidavit of Skylar Taylor. D, affidavit of Shannon Champagne. On behalf of two clients, Tony Buzbee and the Busby law firm sent demand letters to Sean J.Z. Carter's attorney in New York. The letters made no monetary demand. They only sought a confidential sit-down to discuss the client's allegations. In response to the two letters, defendant QueenAShakur filed suit against the Busby law firm. That suit alleged that the firm was trying to extort Sean J.Z. Carter. That lawsuit was and is frivolous and will be dismissed. Several weeks later, the Busby law firm, on behalf of one of the clients who sent a demand letter, filed a lawsuit against Mr. Carter. At or around that time, defendant's conspiracy began. As part of that conspiracy, current and former clients of the Busby law firm began receiving solicitations from investigators asking current and former clients to sue the firm. The investigators used burner phones. Many times the investigators used fake names or flashed badges or credentials, but would not let the clients see them. During some of the contacts, the investigators were pushy, and in at least two, they pretended to be acting on behalf of the state of Texas. Several of these calls were caught on either camera or tape. In each instance, the investigators were careful not to disclose on whose behalf they were working, for good reason. The defendants in this case did not want to disclose their participation in the flagrant violation of Texas law. Indeed, these defendants openly and brazenly violated Texas criminal laws dozens of times. And let me tell you something. It is, in fact, against the law for lawyers to be soliciting clients. It's just like, if you get into an accident, right? And then, sometimes these lawyers that are shady, these real ambulance chasers, they'll have police officers, they'll have, EMS, like ambulance, the people that drive the ambulance and all of that, emergency personnel, they'll have them on the payroll. You see, they'll give them what I call kickbacks, telling them basically, if you're called to the scene where there's an accident, if you let me know so I can try to represent the person involved or anyone that was injured, then I'll throw you a bone. That's what they do. And that's absolutely illegal. Okay, that's absolutely illegal, and also it's unethical. And this is basically what they were doing, and a whole lot worse, because they're not only sitting out here soliciting these people, but trying to get them to lie and file frivolous cases. It is all so nefarious. Now, one such target of defendant solicitation was plaintiff Gerardo Garcia. Mr. Garcia is a resident of Harris County. He was injured in a Jones Act lawsuit and hired the Busby law firm to represent him. His case was settled in 2020, and he was happy with the resolution of his case, and he had no complaints with the Busby law firm. Nearly 5 years later, after his case had resolved, not seeking to hire a lawyer or file a lawsuit, Mr. Garcia was contacted out of the blue by two investigators. This contact was an illegal solicitation and was made on behalf of and as part of a conspiracy involving defendants Croft, Rock Nation, and QueenAShakur. One of these investigators identified herself as Jessica Santiago. What an idiot. Now they're all in such big trouble. They do not even realize what they have gotten themselves into. Well, likely they realize it now, but at the time, I'm sure they thought they were going to get away with it scot-free. Complete idiots. And how did they get a hold to Tony Busby's client list? Well, they have their ways of finding these things out. All they have to do is look up cases. These things are public record. Now, these two investigators approached Mr. Garcia at his home and flashed a badge. They told plaintiff Garcia several times that they were from the state. They asked Mr. Garcia if he was unhappy with his settlement from 2020 and whether he could see his settlement documents or whether they could see his settlement documents. They were pushy. They followed this up by explaining to him that they were with the state but could contact him with a private lawyer so he could sue Buzbee's law firm. They told Garcia several times that there was money in this for you. These investigators' requests became increasingly aggressive and even hostile. At some point, defendant's agents demanded Mr. Garcia produce his medical records. Now, this is absolutely nefarious. Okay, they're going against the HIPAA laws and all of that. Telling this poor man he had to show his medical records? Really? How desperate were they? And offered him money to hire the private lawyer to sue the Busby law firm. Mr. Garcia decided to call the Busby law firm and report the conduct. Well, good for him. Despite her best efforts in disguising the identities of those she was working for, investigator Jessica Santiago was caught on tape red-handed. Please pay attention. Disclosing to Mr. Garcia that she was working for an attorney named Marcy Croft. She told on all of them how stupid could she have been. Said she was working for an attorney named Marcy Croft at the law firm MJ Legal PA. Now, I'm going to tell you what they're going to do. Like I told you guys in the last broadcast, by the fact of that she has said this out of her mouth, Marcy Croft at the law firm MJ Legal PA, they're going to lie and act like they didn't hire her to do this, like they had nothing to do with it. They're gonna cry deniable plausibility. That's what they're gonna do. I'm here to tell you, okay? Now, of course, that's not going to get them far. Now, defendant Marcy Croft is an attorney in Jackson, Mississippi. Defendant MJ Legal is the law firm Ms. Croft purportedly owns. Ms. Croft advertises herself as a member of Team Rock. Because isn't she the one that was saying, oh, it's so great to be a part of this team? Honey, you're about to get hit. Okay, upside the head real quick, and she's going to be screaming plausible deniability, and it's not going to do her a bit of good because they're going to have proof that she's behind this because for the simple fact, who else would have told Jessica Santiago to do this, to engage in it? And why would Jessica Santiago take it upon herself to just go out there and do this all alone on her own? Okay, and then not to mention the post that she made on social media, okay, bragging about doing such an amazing job and all of this, that, and the third. Yeah, she's going to definitely be crying plausible deniability, and it's not going to stick. But let me continue. So that all being said, Ms. Croft advertises herself as a member of Team Rock. Moreover, Ms. Croft advertises that she has become actively involved with criminal justice reform and prison reform alongside Rock Nation's philanthropic arm, Team Rock. She further advertises herself as being involved in numerous litigation actions pending on behalf of Team Rock, families, and hundreds of incarcerated men. Marcy Croft has worked with Rock Nation for years alongside Quinn Emanuel's Alex Spiro. Spiro and Quinn Emanuel are currently opposing the Busby law firm in at least 2 cases. This is all real bad. Alex Spiro should have known better. How did he allow this to happen? Now, arbitrary solicitation. Okay, this is in violation of Texas Penal Code, Section 38.12. All defendants. Plaintiff incorporates the preceding paragraphs of this petition as if set forth fully herein. Defendant Rock Nation LLC in conspiracy with Quinn Emanuel orchestrated and instructed defendants Croft and MJ Legal to send agents, private investigators in Texas to the homes of the firm's ex-clients who were also in Texas. One of those ex-clients was plaintiff Gerardo Garcia. Once there, these agents or investigators solicited employment for defendant Croft and defendant MJ Legal. Each of these defendants offered money to plaintiff to hire defendant Croft and sue the firm. To add insult to injury, these investigators sent by defendants acted as if they were, and I want you all to pay attention because here's the thing. It wouldn't make sense for anyone else to have told them to do it because who's going to be the attorney that files the cases? Well, that would have been Marcy Croft. Okay, so please pay attention. This is all so crazy. Hold on, I scrolled down just a little too far. Okay, says that to add insult to injury, these investigators sent by defendants acted as if they were government officials or police officers. I mean, it's the criminality of it all for me. It is the absolute criminality of it all. Acting as if they were government officials or even police officers, even going so far as to brandish a badge and tell Mr. Garcia they were from the state. Mm, mm, mm. And that fool Faith was in the chat complaining. Okay, complaining, acting as though we're trying to take down a black man. Please sit down somewhere and stop being an idiot. Don't be a fool your entire life. Defendant Rock Nation is knowingly financing the commission of these crimes or of these criminal offenses and is therefore guilty of the same. Quinn Emanuel is assisting in the conspiracy and has publicly lied about its involvement and has also had its lawyers lie directly to a state court judge in Texas about its involvement. And lest we forget that Alex Spiro lied also by saying that Diddy and Jay-Z were not friends and never were and only had a working business professional relationship. Plaintiff incorporates the preceding paragraphs of this petition as if set forth fully herein. Defendants make up more than two persons who sought to accomplish a goal of committing barratry and soliciting clients to sue the firm. All defendants had a meeting of the minds on this organized criminal conduct and then took many lawful acts to accomplish this criminal conduct. You see, all of them are culpable because at any time before it got this far, they each had a chance to say, they had an opportunity to say, listen, I don't want anything to do with this. I'm not going to risk my livelihood, my law license. I'm not going to get involved in this. We'll have to go about it another way. And if you proceed with it this way, I want nothing to do with it. But no, they didn't do that. They were all complicit. Now, all defendants had a meeting of the minds and organized the criminal conduct. As a result, plaintiffs suffered damages in an amount to be proven at trial. Because defendants' conduct was committed with actual malice, plaintiff seeks exemplary damages against the defendants. So they tried to get this man to sue Busby, but instead he is suing them. I find it all so interesting. Way to send a boomerang effect right back, okay? Plaintiff incorporates the preceding paragraphs of this petition as if set forth fully herein. Defendant's conduct was committed with actual malice, and as such, plaintiff seeks exemplary damages against defendants. Moreover, because this involves the violation of a criminal statute, no damage caps are applicable to plaintiff's damages. As a proximate result of defendant's conduct, plaintiff has suffered damages in an amount to be proven at trial. Plaintiff incorporates the preceding paragraphs of this petition as if set forth fully herein as a direct and proximate result of the occurrence made the basis of this lawsuit. Plaintiff suffered injury. Plaintiff seeks the following damages pursuant to Texas law. A, compensatory damages in an amount to be proven at trial. B, consequential and special damages in an amount to be proven at trial. C, exemplary damages. D, interest on damages pre and post judgment in accordance with law. E, cost of court. F, attorney's fees. And G, such other and further relief to which plaintiff is entitled. Plaintiff respectfully demands a jury trial on those issues where appropriate. Upon trial of this matter, plaintiff respectfully prays for judgment as follows. A, that the defendants be restrained as set forth herein. B, the court enter judgment in favor of plaintiff for damages permitted by law. C, such other relief at law or in equity to which plaintiff may be justly entitled. Respectfully submitted, the Busby law firm, honey. Please pay attention. I'm sorry to say it, but Busby got down with that. Okay? Didn't I tell you all Busby had something for them up the sleeve, honey? Something brewing, something was cooking in the kitchen. Okay, are y'all hearing this? Are y'all hearing this? I find it all so salacious. I find it all so salacious. Y'all better start listening to the queen, honey. That's what y'all need to start doing. Claudette said, yes, you did. This is all nefarious. I absolutely cannot I absolutely cannot. The Grift Dies Hard here said that's millions of dollars. Anybody who took the 10K were weak on the brain department. Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. They should have done the same thing that Mr. Garcia did, and that is come and let it all be known. Come and let it all be known. I find it also interesting. Okay. Uh, hi, hello there says we need to protect Cat Williams and Wendy Williams. I thought Wendy was a nut, but now I see she was trying to warn us. Yes, she was absolutely trying to. Zivano said, have you ever heard Jay-Z saying anything about Diddy? Nope. Diddy is having a one-sided friendship. Okay, well, that's clearly delusional on your behalf as far as I'm concerned. We sat there and watched, there's videos of Diddy and Jay-Z, and Diddy literally calls him extended family, and Jay-Z nods his head in agreement. Okay. And the fact that Diddy says that no one can call him Sean other than his mother and Jay-Z speaks volumes. Honey, it wasn't a one-sided relationship. Okay. Please stop trying to cater this man. Honey, you sound ridiculous. Okay. It absolutely wasn't one-sided. Okay. Please pay attention. Have you not been watching the things that have transpired and come out? Have you not? Watch the things that have transpired and come out. Let's go to it. Diddy and Jay-Z. Let's look up some pics of them. Okay, I'm going to share my screen because I absolutely cannot with the foolishness. Okay, Nia said, Diddy said that's his brother from another mother. LOL. Exactly. And Jay-Z nodded his head in agreement. Okay, nodded his head in agreement. All right, let's go to, hold on, let me go to the images first. This is also crazy. I don't know why some of y'all just want to caper this man. What has he ever done for you? What has he ever done for you, beloved, that you just want to fight so, relentlessly in his favor? It's all so hilarious. Let me just go to this and we'll see about a one-sided friendship. Honey, has he ever said anything about Diddy? Of course he has. What are you even talking about? Has he ever said anything about Diddy? Have you not ever heard him? Sorry, what is all of this? What is all of this? I find it all so interesting. Claudette said plausible deniability. Absolutely. Okay, what is all of this, honey? Let me keep going. Y'all see this? I mean, do I need to continue? Do I really need to keep scrolling? Do I need to? Just let me know when I could stop. Just let me know when I could stop. I mean, what are you talking about? Honey, beloved, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. But did you not hear what Ronnie Bo said about Diddy and Jay-Z? Said that R. Kelly told him, allegedly, that they were lovers. Yeah, that they had a whole bromance brewing. Okay? Allegedly. So I'm sorry. Say what? Oh, this is all hilarious. This is all hilarious. And quite frankly, for the people that don't believe it, I mean, I find it all interesting. What you want the man to do? Embarrass him? No, I don't want him to do anything. I don't care what he does. But what I do know is that he went along with it. That's what I do know. Okay, I can't speak for what was in Jay-Z or Diddy's mind. Clearly you can. Clearly you can. Clearly you're trying to say that the only reason that Jay-Z nodded his head in agreement and went along with it all is because at the end of the day, he didn't want to embarrass Diddy. Well, I find it all interesting. I find it all very interesting. I'm sorry, beloved, but no, I don't have the wherewithal. Okay, even though I have predicted certain things and I do have spiritual gifts, okay, and being prophetic or psychic, whatever you choose to call it, is one. Nonetheless, I still can't read their minds. Okay, I don't know why Jay-Z went along with it, other than the fact that they're good friends and have been for years. They've been good friends. Okay, but at the end of the day, let's have a word from my sponsor at 12 Tribes, 12 Tribes before we continue.
Do not buy 12 Tribes on Earth hair growth oil and hair magic elixir unless you want super healthy, gorgeous hair that grows. They have a whole line of amazing hair growth products, including hair growth leave-in conditioner spray, hair growth shampoo, hair growth spray, and hair growth butter. I'm starting to sense a theme here. They include quality natural ingredients. They smell amazing, and you can see the results for yourself. So if you're looking for healthy hair growth for your natural or relaxed hair, try 12 Tribes on Earth today.
With that all being said, you can purchase 12 Tribes for your hair at Etsy.com. Just look for Lisa Crafts. You can also find it at Walmart.com. Let's go to a timeline, shall we, of Jay-Z and Diddy's friendship. Since some people are clearly delusional and suffer from cognitive dissonance, it is so sad in this day and age. Sean Combs and Jay-Z's friendship timeline from storied hip-hop rivalry to Diddy's recent legal troubles. This is the two of them. Do they look like they're not friends? I've never sat that close with anyone that wasn't either my lover or my friend. Please pay attention. Now, this is in 2003, but let's continue. And here they are again. Okay, I'm sorry. 1997, they collaborated for the first time. The pair collaborated on each other's 1997 albums following the death of their mutual friend, Notorious B.I.G. Diddy featured Jay-Z on a track, Do You Like It? Do You Want It? From his No Way Out album, while Combs appeared on In My Lifetime, Carter's second album. Now, when he died, Biggie was signed to Diddy's record label and had previously collaborated on Jay-Z's first album, Reasonable Doubt. Here they are again, taping for MTV. 1999, Diddy and Jay-Z get into trouble for separate events. We already talked about this yesterday. I told you guys about how Diddy had that shooting incident in the club, and then Jay-Z got probation, I believe it was. Yeah, he stabbed someone. 2 decades later, Rivera confirmed that Jay-Z was not the guy that actually stabbed him that night. Okay, so, but he was accused of it in 1999. And then here they are again. I'm sorry, what? In 2003, Diddy teams up with Jay-Z's then girlfriend, Beyonce. September of 2005, Diddy and Jay-Z donate $1 million. August 2007, Diddy spanks Jay-Z twice during Hip Hop Festival. Do y'all remember that when he slapped him on the butt 2 times? I'm sorry. Say what? 2009, Diddy calls Jay-Z his black brother, and Kim Porter jokes about a secret society. Diddy addressed his close friendship with Jay-Z after several party pictures of the pair and other music industry A-listers were featured at the Rock and Roll of Hip Hop exhibition in Beverly Hills. Diddy spoke with Young Hollywood at the time about one image showing the two men chatting at one of his famous birthday parties. He says, I was telling him how much I appreciate him coming and how much I value our friendship. People see us as competitors and different icons in the hip-hop game, but that was just a moment of two black brothers telling each other how much they appreciate each other. Kim Porter, who was by Diddy's side at the event, chimed in with a smile, saying, we call the picture a secret society. All we ask is trust. And here they are again in 2018. I mean, for them not to be friends, they certainly are together a whole lot. It's all I'm saying. They certainly are together a whole lot. In 2012, Diddy and Jay-Z land on Forbes' wealthiest list. Okay, August 2016, MTV Video Music Awards after party. Diddy and Jay-Z celebrated alongside their ladies, Cassie Ventura and Beyonce, at an after party. Does that sound like this is all about just business? I'm sorry. Please make it all make sense. And there was also Kim Kardashian and Kanye West, who were married at the time. January of 2020, Black Billionaire Brunch. Diddy and Jay-Z kicked off 2020 at the Black Billionaire Brunch hosted by Roc Nation. Diddy made a toast at the event as Jay-Z smiled and nodded. It's 2020, y'all, and it is different than when it was 2016. The game has been elevated, and as you know, there has no expense been spared. We had a Black Billionaire lunch year. Understand that? Understand, right? And we're here together in staying together. We're getting tighter, and united we stand. April the 22nd, Hollywood Walk of Fame. Diddy and Jay-Z chummed it up when DJ Khaled was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. The pair, dressed in all black, joked around as they sat next to each other in the front row and even posed for photos together. I'm sorry, who's hugging somebody that isn't their friend like this? I need y'all to please pay attention. And that was in 2019. June 2022, Diddy's Lifetime Achievement Award. When Diddy received the Lifetime Achievement Award at the 2022 BET Awards, Jay-Z was among the stars who sang his praises in a video montage honoring his career. Here's this guy from a neighborhood similar to where I grew up that made it to these unreachable heights. That's what Jay-Z said. Puff was the first one that came through and made us feel like it was us. Do I need to keep going? And there's another picture of them from 2018, March 2024, just months ago. Jay-Z sits quiet as accusations mount against Diddy. Now, all of a sudden, Jay-Z got nothing to say. But here he was. They were ace boons right then. December 2024, Jay-Z and Diddy and Jay-Z named in a grape suit. Okay? I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you can deny it all you want, honey, but they were friends. Okay? They were friends. Not just friends. They looked like they were besties. And they had to be besties if, in fact, Diddy only allows Jay-Z to call him Sean. Okay? Best friends. They were best friends. Why do you think Diddy's sons and his children called Jay-Z Uncle Jay? I'm sorry, say what? Look at both of them smiling so hard at each other. You can see their wisdom teeth. Okay? I'm sorry. This is all so nefarious that people still want to sit here, okay, and just play these foolish games at the end of the day. I mean, just face it, okay? Just face the facts of it all. It's the plausible deniability in the chat for me. Okay, I find it all so interesting. But hold on, there's more. Let's talk about it because Beyonce, LVMH, is having some issues here. So let's talk about that. Is LVMH about to let go of Jay-Z and Beyonce? Hard blow for starlets and their business. While a wind of change, or rather layoffs, has been blowing through LVMH in recent weeks, it seems that the time for sorting has not only arrived for its employees, but also for the brands within the group's portfolio. If Moet Hennessy and Group's Wine and Spirits division has owned 50% of Roc Nation since 2021, a brand created by Jay-Z that distributes his Armand de Briac champagne and the whiskey of his wife and pop star Beyonce, this collaboration might soon come to an end. Indeed, the recent accusation of child rape against the rapper and the damage to his reputation have not been particularly appreciated by the luxury giant, which is already embroiled in various troubles and controversies. Now, like I told you all, the NFL is standing by Jay-Z because it's too late for them to turn back. Okay, the Super Bowl's right here. Okay, what are they going to do? Now, an inconvenience that could cause problems, as in addition to their respective spirit brands, the couple also serves as ambassadors for Tiffany & Company, never misses a Louis Vuitton fashion show, and occasionally attends the Arnault family. So their presence within the group has reportedly become a point of contention among members of the luxury giant. Okay, while Alexander Arnault, the son of the Cashmere Wolf, who was recently appointed as the new deputy CEO of the Wine and Spirits division, initiated this partnership. His colleague, Jean-Jacques Guarny, who sees it as a much less favorable light. Indeed, he has never hidden his reluctance to associate the group and its image with celebrities who at a moment's notice could bring it crashing down from its pedestal. Until a consensus is reached, investments in the brand, basically, they say dubbed Arnac de Brigand, scam of the brigand, I guess that's what it means, by sellers will be suspended pending a decision regarding whether to maintain or drop charges against Jay-Z, who still benefits from the presumption of innocence. Okay, but that's not all. Did you guys hear about their mansion? Let's talk about that. Beyonce and Jay-Z forced to leave their $200 million mansion in double blow. The Carters' home with their 3 children, Blue Ivy, Rumi, and Sir, appears to be in danger. Beyonce and Jay-Z are under scrutiny at the moment as the 55-year-old rapper, whose real name is Sean Corey Carter, is facing grave allegations. In addition to this drama, the couple have experienced a double blow as their beloved $200 million mansion is now under threat. Their mammoth home is located in Paradise Cove, which is currently in the Franklin Fire Evacuation Warning Area as Malibu's raging wildfires continue. Fox News reports that 3,000 acres of land was torn through by the fires in a 24-hour period and is yet to be contained. Beyonce and Jay-Z's home is in the warning area, which means potential threat to life and or property, as reported on the Los Angeles Fire Department website, with the additional instructions saying those who require additional time to evacuate and those with pets and livestock should leave now. As the family owns a dog, they would be in the category being asked to leave immediately to seek safety. Located on Millionaires Road, the estate is nothing less than show-stopping with 30,000 square feet of space, a unique pool, and a sweeping terrace overlooking the views. The house was originally listed for a mind-blowing $296 million, but the stars managed to secure a deal, but it's still the most expensive home ever bought in the state of California, according to TMZ. The rapper has been accused of assaulting a 13-year-old girl at an after-party following the 2000 MTV Video Music Awards alongside Sean Diddy Combs, and this has come out as part of the bigger lawsuit. Jay-Z has denied any wrongdoing and released a statement on X, formerly known as Twitter. And we already know what the statement said. And so anyway, I just find this all just to be a lot, quite frankly. I find it all just to be a lot. So with that all being said, I'm out of here. Okay? I am out of here. Janet Color says they were friends, but they're not anymore. Okay, true story for Jay-Z, but too late. Exactly. Okay, exactly. Jay-Z, like I told you guys on yesterday, Jay-Z should have distanced himself from Diddy in the beginning. He should have come out and denounced Diddy for those heinous allegations of which he was accused, for the things that were levied against him. He should have made it know that he doesn't roll like that he doesn't condone any of it. And I feel so sorry. My heart and sympathy and empathy goes out to anyone who was victimized by my old friend, who I no longer want anything else to do with. That's what he should have said. Okay, that's what he should have said. Okay. Kuion K, I hope I said your name right, says we can only hope they both go down. Those demonic Sean Carter demon, Beyonce, the Jezebel. Not a Jezebel. And listen, here's the thing, beloveds. I want you all to know that I take no pride and pleasure in watching the demise of people who made it to such stardom, who became iconic figures and legends, unless they are guilty of the charges and the accusations that have been levied against them. Now, we've heard rumors of all of these things for years. We can't substantiate these things. Again, that's for the court to decide. But at the end of the day, I'm not the one to sit here and say that they didn't do any of these things and to say that, oh, it's just because they're Black. Because let's not forget, there was Harvey Weinstein and Jeffrey Epstein also. Okay, Jimmy Iovine was accused as well. Now, even though it seems to me that they are, in fact, making them the face of it, well, unfortunately for them, that's what happens when you put yourself out there and allow these things to grow and to fester, okay? And when you think that you're one of the people who simply just allowed you to have a temporary seat at their table, and they constantly can remind you at any time of any given day that you're not one of them, Okay? And I already told you all why this is happening to Jay-Z. All right? When he dared to bring that lawsuit against Bacardi, just like Diddy and Diageo. You see, this is what happens. When you lie down with the dogs, you wake up with fleas. And what I want you all to remember in closing is this. No matter what kind of dark magic spells you cast, no matter what kind of demons you conjure up, no matter how many satanic witches, cannibalists, or whatever you want to call them that exist in Hollywood and the music industry that you get to work at your behest or you work with and collaborate with and work in concert in unison with, at the end of the day, the devil will always have his due. You can do all of these nefarious things and you can work with the devil and at his behest and you can sign over your soul to him if you want. But at the end of the day, the devil will always leave you high and dry. Because as you sit in that jail cell, Diddy, those demons that you allegedly were conjuring, those spirits that you allegedly were engaging with when you were allegedly using the lesser key of Solomon and other things, when you were allegedly channeling and conjuring Izuli Frida, when you were doing all of those things with J-Lo, Santeria, doing rituals involving blood, allegedly, none of those entities, demons, nefarious, malevolent spirits, even Satan himself are going to help you now, because that's what the devil does. That's why you need to come to the Most High. When you speak with the Most High and you rely and have faith and trust in the Most High, you don't have to worry about dealing and making deals with Satan. You don't have to worry about conjuring demons, because at the end of the day, when the Most High helps you, you're going to be on a path to spiritual enlightenment and freedom, and you will not find yourself in these nefarious places of which you now sit. Just keep that in mind at the end of the day. Okay, at the end of the day, please pay attention. Okay, so I'm about to be out of here. Who's calling the Queen messy? Who's calling the Queen messy? I'm sorry, say what? Hold on, let me find out who it is. That's right, the rumors have been going on for years. Exactly. Do I have moderators in the chats? Moderators, who is calling the Queen messy and why are they still in my chats? I have several questions. Are they not blocked? I'm still looking for them. Who is it? Someone put their name in the chat so I can see who it is. I don't see them. Maybe you all already blocked them. I don't know, but they better not be in my chat. They better not still be in my chat, so all I'm saying. Okay, moderators, y'all better get that troll out of my chat or it's going to be hell to pay. All right, that's what it's going to be. Okay, Pierre said, not me. We love the Queen. Thank you, beloved. Okay. All right, so with that all being said, the Grip Dice Hard here said, another great show. Thank you, beloved. Okay, above all that drama said, who is the problem? I don't know. I don't see them, whoever they are. Okay, my fan page said I banned them. Okay, thank you, beloved. Okay, Luna got them too. As long as they're going, honey. Amuna says, who will call you messy and you're coming from a place of it? God said it's discernment and common sense. I'll block them. Thank you, beloved. I appreciate you. Yes, exactly. You see, some people don't have discernment. They don't have discernment at all. Payu Bunyan says black magic always backfires on black people. Yes, not just black people. It backfires on everyone. Okay? So with that all being said, I love you all to life. I hope you enjoy the rest of this night. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives. Until next time, I will talk to you all again soon. Peace.
With that flavor all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you're done. They show no love for the queen. Why you hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans? I got dreams like King Luther, shed blood like Kunta. You ain't helping my people, I ain't got nothing to say to ya. I want all the smoke like hookah. Talking reparations, America won't be great until they give us compensation. I'm like, I'm the hottest right now.
That's
See
right.
a bunch of lames out here trying to jock on my style. They be doing too much. I'm the queen, it's too easy. It's like they all at Popeyes, how they be talking so greasy.
Real slick.
I just sit back and laugh while these haters get madder. So nefarious how they don't want my pockets with cheddar. I tell them they can do better. These snakes in the grass can leave a bite on your ass, cause y'all be trusting too fast. I got my foot on the gas, other one on they necks. Dropping receipts on haters, you better show some respect. I'm never facing regrets, we only facing the threats. Running through every challenge like a relay, break no sweat. It's a cold game, so I got that blanket with me. Now that my people awaken, ain't no going to sleep. I do not play by my piece, this time I'm playing for keeps. You talking slick, but when I see you like them ends, we gon' meet. And I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got gold all in my skin, God all in my blood, kings all in my circle. You touch one of mine and you done. They show no love for the queen, why they hating on me? Is it cause I'm free and I got Malcolm X in my jeans and I got